When a person goes to jail, should they lose their right to receive medication? A Spokane father says that's what happened to his teenage son, denying his mental health drugs behind bars. Now, he worries without them, the young inmate will hurt himself or someone else. KXY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us now live at the jail with the story. Jeff?
Nadine, back in December, this 19-year-old was caught along with several other people shooting paintball guns at folks sitting at bus stops. He was sentenced to 9 months here inside the Spokane County Jail. But when his father surrendered him here to be punished, corrections deputies refused to take the teen's mental health medications.
He'd never missed a court date. He accepts full responsibility for his actions.
Rob Lee makes no bones about his son's guilt or sentence, but he suspects his boy wound up behind bars because of the teen's mental health problems, including being bipolar.
When he was originally arrested on his charges in December, he'd been in jail for 10 days and did not receive any medical treatment whatsoever for that 10 days. So we had a heads up.
That heads up prompted Lee to begin making sure his son could still get his meds when he began his longer jail sentence. In fact, Judge Annette Please ordered the jail to provide the medications when the teen was convicted.
I brought him there. I had his medicine. I had his medical records. I had court orders from the judge. I had everything required. And 2 weeks prior to him going to jail, I had called the jail to arrange for his medications so you would have them when he got there.
But corrections officers refused to accept Lee's medications when he was booked and then told Mr. Lee that no outside drugs are allowed inside the jail.
When in reality what should have happened, it should have been accepted, then the in-house physician would have confirmed through that person's physicians that those medications were prescribed to that person in the amount that showed on the prescription bottles themselves.
To make matters worse, the jail told Lee he hadn't filled out the right paperwork, even though the form was completed the same day the younger Lee was booked.
And I was told at the time that he checked in that it did not matter what the judge's court order said. They don't have to follow them in the Spokane County Jail because the judge does not know what goes on inside the jail.
Lee's son finally started getting his mental health medication 8 days after he was locked up, but he's not the only inmate not receiving their doctor-prescribed medications. Several prisoners have filed lawsuits against the Spokane County Jail alleging the same thing.
Some are psychotic because they haven't had their medications.
This nurse at a local hospital who does not want to be identified says he sees a lot of inmates admitted to his emergency room suffering from not receiving medications while behind bars.
A lot of people get aggressive when they're coming off the medications improperly and can end up having psychotic episodes.
Today, the sheriff's office conceded Lee's son was not treated in accordance with the sheriff's policy on jail medications. In fact, Ozzie Knezovich favors the use of mental health drugs for properly diagnosed inmates.
The sheriff is very adamant that they have the capability to have that medication because it reduces the recidivism rate when those folks get out of our institution. It keeps them stable to where we don't have to rearrest them.
Deputy Chamberlain says the jail staff is now looking at new ways, Nadine, to make sure that people do not get their doctor-prescribed medications in the future. Reporting at the Spokane County Jail, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.